Let's talk about why you should have bought this instead of this. Hi guys, Mike here. Thanks for joining me. Exploration of Self. If you like what you see today, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you don't miss any future content. Let's have an honest discussion about posture correctors for the upper back. Do they really work, and why should you care? We can all agree, through our daily lives, our posture can be severely affected. These activities could be sitting, they could be standing, they could occur from inactivity, and they could also occur from too much activity. Well, now hold up. You're probably saying to me, "That boy, he don't know what he's talking about. He can't make up his mind." The main point I want to get across before we continue is that all activities can lead to postural differences. It's what we do in between and afterwards that helps set us up for greater success in terms of postural correction. You should care about these things because they lead to spine dysfunction and they lead to joint degeneration. And if that isn't enough to scare you, you might even develop a bit of a pot belly in the process. An upper back posture corrector could be a helpful tool in doing such, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret that these guys don't want you to know about their product, and that there is limitations when it comes to these things. And you don't even need to take my word for it. If you have one, you've probably already run into those limitations. I know I sure did. Now, if you paid attention just a second ago, all I said that those posture correctors could be good for are straightening the rounded shoulders. And that's the one limitation right there. Whenever you have things like tucked in hips or a gut that doesn't want to cinch in, it comes out like that, you want to cinch it in, these muscular imbalances, those are the limitations you'll run to. If you slap on this posture corrector, it may pull your shoulders from here to here, but if you have a big flexion in your neck like that, do you think the posture corrector is suddenly going to make everything fall in line like it should on the box? Maybe. For what? 30, 40 seconds you might be able to hold out until everything starts to want to pull forward again, and all of a sudden you're lurched forward with your shoulders pulled back and you can't feel your fingers because those dig right up under your armpit. You know they do. What will work is being honest with yourself, doing a little bit of research into the specific things that you notice on your body, like maybe my shoulders do come a little bit forward, but that's all on their own there, by. Well, maybe my hips are a little tucky-doo under. I can admit that. So if there's a way to slowly begin to chip away at the core issue of what's causing your postural problems, wouldn't you rather take your hard-earned money and put it to maybe resistance bands like we were talking about for the prescribed exercises you're going to look up, or maybe, I don't know, literally anything else in this world? Mind you, these newly adopted movements and stretches don't really need to be that big a part of your day. 5 minutes, maybe. But what does need to undoubtedly happen is some level of consistency and want on your part, and only you can deliver that. I'm not here to knock a product or a person or a company, because I used to wear these all the time. I wore them when I worked. I wore them at home. I wore it when I felt it would be necessary. I even had one for sitting that helped hug your hips in. I really thought these things were great. But what I didn't realize is that without strengthening the weak muscles that I had, no real good change was going to come. For myself, I had weak abs. I had very rounded, pulled forward shoulders. And I definitely had that text neck that we typically talk about, basically meaning the flexors that are deep inside my neck weren't activating, weren't working, they weren't pulling their weight, so everything was falling forward. The shoulders would follow as well. That's because the scapular retraction, which helps you stand up straight on a daily basis was severely weak. And once again, the core, another weak muscle. I used to build my abs outwards thinking that a bloated belly or bloated abs was a good look. It's not a good look. And if we look at the anatomy of how your abs work, like the transverse abdominis, which is known for cinching everything down, that helped me with my lower back. Because if you watch me extend my gut out, you can sort of see a couple, maybe a half inch or so. My back comes this way. It follows my gut. So if I sink it in and I cinch this up, why wouldn't it not make sense that my lower back would help? Before we go, be honest with yourself. Understand what's going on with your body by checking out the multitude of literature, multitude of videos that are out there already, ready for your consumption. Get cracking. Start learning to love your body, because your body will start to love you back. Thanks for stopping in today, guys. Cheers.